Okay, this will be an interesting one if we can make it look good. Bit of a challenge. We'll see how we can make this look really nice. Not sure how big we're going to make it, but we're just going to take a punt. So how big are we going to make this? Going to make it 200. Maybe a little bit of bleed removal wouldn't go astray. Bit of extra contrast. Gonna make it there. Alright, let's see what we have. We're going to photocopy. I'm going to make something interesting of it. We have here, it says hunters and gatherers. We're going to photocopy a section of this picture and see if we can make it look any good. If we can work out what part of the picture we're going to place in the area. We're just going to take a punt with this like I often do and see if I can come up with it straight away like that. See if we've picked a good area to frame. Sometimes doing it intuitively, I can just do it just like that. So I'm hoping intuitively it's going to come up a treat. See if putting it down on the glass without too much fuss will make it look good, I'm hoping. Yeah, that looks interesting. And you can see there's a lady there in the picture holding a book. I'm actually thinking, wondering if we can make it a little bit smaller. It's a nice framing. It's not a bad framing, folks. I'm wondering what we're going to do with this. If we're going to go here and maybe change the size to 141.4, and maybe we're going to take out some of the copy density, make it a bit lighter, a fair bit lighter, and see how this one turns out. Just to get some ideas happening with this nice looking image. Looks a bit posh. It's a posh sort of a thing, and you can see unfortunately we've got the wording on there. We've got the bloody words, the writing. We don't want the writing on this picture. It spoils the picture. It's probably going to need to be moved down. I don't know how close we are to the edge. Yes, we are. We can move it down, but we can only move it down so far before, and the writing will still be there. So we're going to have to enlarge it more along the horizontal. So it's going to be bigger. So we're going to try and maybe on the horizontal, we're going to add something to it. We're going to make it 190. Maybe that's too big, but we're going to leave it like that. We're going to give this image a little bit of creative license, so we're going to stretch it horizontally. I'm actually thinking I should have left it where it was myself, but we'll see how it goes. It doesn't have to be along the rules of it has to be equal, and I think we fucked it up. We've moved it too far down. You can see that gap, so it looks shithouse. I fucked it up. Sorry, folks. That didn't look good. I think the way I had it the first time was a lot better. It was a lot better, folks. Having it the way I had it the first time. I don't want it to be shit, a piece of shit. So we're going to try that again. I do hope I've put it back in the right position. It's not easy, folks, trying to get something like this to look good, but we fucked up by moving it too far down. But it looks better now. I think we got it right. The mirror's in the centre of the page. It looks a bit too central. I do think we could add a little bit of enlargement to blow the image up a bit further on the vertical. So the vertical, not the vertical, the vertical. It's the vertical. We've got to do the vertical differently. So the vertical is going to be 100 and we're also going with 190. So we're just making it a little bit shy of 200. So we're not going to distort the what's called the aspect ratio, the difference, the X and the Y, vertical and the horizontal. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a lot better. I think that looks really good. Wondering where the centre of this job, we're going to make it where the flowers are. So let's see how we go. Right, out it comes. So that's our second piece of this job. This job's been a little bit difficult to work on, but we've got it happening now, looks like. I'm just trying to line these up neatly. So, right, now we're just going to set this up for mirror image. I think A4 is the right size, I hope. So we're going mirror image, I'm going to switch it on and then pump those off. Alright, out it comes. Let's see if we've made this look really nice. So we've got here this image, stiff and stuffy looking room out in a stiff and stuffy building, obviously. Stiff and stuffy is what it looks. It looks a bit too stiff and stuffy for my liking, but it's interesting patterns that look good in a mirror image. So we can make this stiff and stuffy picture look more interesting. Okay, I think now stiff and stuffy looks more interesting. Now we can call this demo quits.